Good morning, friends. It's Julie, and today we're going to go off again and that doesn't sound right. We're going to go again into Billings. I am going to do some more booth setup, but along the way, I also have to go to the post office. I've got a few postcards to mail, and these two envelopes are the people who said, yeah, I want some postcards in my last week's video. Was it last week? Maybe not last week. Anyways, they these are their postcard packets I'm sending to viewers, and so those are going out. And okay, by the way, I'm usually a couple weeks ahead on my videoing in case I have a flare up and I can't do videos. So you see me posting them today, they probably already have had them, opened them up, whatever. So anyways, what I want to do today is, because it's not really a highly interesting errand day, is to talk to you about the photographs that I like to resell, and we'll do that as we go along. So let's get going. So I'm in town, in Billings, when I mean town, at the post office. I just dropped them off. I was going to talk to you about photos. I have purchased a bunch of photos at some estate sales, and the reason why is I resell them on eBay, and a few of them I will sell in my shop booth and at the antique store. I've been looking up how do you know what's a good photo to buy to resell, and what's kind of subjects, and what do you look at? So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, I looked online, I searched eBay. Guess which photos sell the most are photos of attractive women, and the less clothes the better. And another category that is really popular right now are mid-century, like 50s, 60s photos of men in swimsuits. And the key word there is gay. So that is a category that goes for a lot. Also, women in swimsuits again. And even young people. Like teenagers. Some other categories that are popular are like train wrecks or accidents or natural disasters. So the things that are different, that are not so everyday, because everybody takes pictures of, their family, their homes, maybe their land, their events. So they are common. So we're looking for the uncommon thing and the things that people want to look at a lot. Also, certain old cars, maybe some vehicles, equipment, maybe street views of what things used to look like. So imagine the town that you live in, and say that there is a photo of that 100 years ago. That might be interesting to you, or a historical society, or a collector, somebody who's just maybe a writer. And some people purchase these photos that are old because they're out of copyright, and they can use those photos in their publications or whatever media that they want to use, unless there is a copyright on them. So I'm not a professional at that, so you would have to do your own research on that. But some people use those old photos, and sometimes some really, really old postcards for that as well. So why am I talking to you about this? Is that I was going through these photos, and I'm thinking, oh, hey, look, here's a whole packet of photos, and it's a bunch of teenagers at the beach. And at the time, I wasn't, I was just getting into it. I'm like, oh, look, a lot of people mention swimsuits in the ad, and I'm naively thinking, oh yeah, it's cute. They're just looking at fashions. And before I realized why people wanted the swimsuit pictures. I have pictures of me in swimsuits when I was a teenager, doing other stuff. Maybe I wasn't wearing, I was wearing shorts and look, cute teenager looks. If those were my pictures, would I want somebody to sell them on eBay so some stranger can have them to look at my body, basically? And it's just like, that just does not sound right. I mean, I just don't want to feed that mentality, that want, that need. It's not going to be for me. There's people who do it and who make a lot of good money on it, and some people will find the negatives and keep making prints of interest of ones that are really risque or desirable right now. But I do not want to be that person, and I do not want to be the one responsible for people's innocent childhoods to be exploited. So that is why I am going to throw away a lot of those, and if I can return them to families, I will, but it's a lot of research, and sometimes there's not enough clues. I just have decided that's the stand I'm taking. I will certainly sell photos of people who they're doing something different. Like I have a picture of some of my grandmother's sisters, and they're standing at on a bridge, and the caption is welders. Windy Welders. And I did some research, and that is Windy the Welders. It's like, who was that? Rosie the Riveter in World War II. Not only were there women riveters, but there were also women welders. That was a cool picture. That is something that should be shared. So that is something, I'm not saying I'm going to sell that one, but for example, that is the kind of picture that I think is interesting and historical, and it's a neat slice of what these women had to do or wanted to do in a time where everybody banded together for the war. And there's some pictures of street views. Like I think I showed you a picture of the old airport. So now you may have photos of your childhood, of your children's childhood, or maybe of your parents' childhood, where they would, if they've fallen into those hands of people who sell the photos of the swimsuits or whatever, some reason you had all of those, something happened to you, I'm not saying you died, and all those photos were not yours anymore, and somebody had them and they didn't know whose they were, how would you feel about that? I have to live with my own conscience on what I buy and sell, and my own ethics that I have. And of course, I am a Christian too, so that figures into a lot of it. I want to be respectful of people. I don't want to just buy a bunch of photos and go careless about them, and that I can give them new life and maybe keep them around long enough that a future family member might find them again. So anyway, so that's my view on photos. I would love to hear your thoughts on that and what you think about that. Let me know, what kind of photos would you ever buy photos from anyone else, and why you would do that, and what you're looking for. And I would also love that feedback too. So I've been sitting at the post office a while. There's somebody sitting across the post office from me. I think they thought I was talking to them, but I'm not. So I'm going to move on to the antique store, Marketplace 3301 in Billings. So let's get going. I only have one wagon load today, which is fine because I'm tired. If you are new to the channel, I have several chronic illnesses that cause me to sometimes have limited mobility. Okay, to be honest, it's most of the time, but sometimes it's more than others, and today I'm having some trouble. Okay, just added a few things today. And I don't know if you've seen this since my last update. Some little pocket knives. This is where the bar will be when I find a bar. I sold a bunch of magazines. Kitchenware. Oh, actually, sold some stuff off of there. Maybe I will pull this out. It is getting to be fall weather. Not much changed here. A few more Christmas things. Loaded down with cookie cutters. Are these wonderful? And different ornaments. I think you saw me get this one too. And a little cozy corner. And now let's go and finish up my first booth. Alright, it might look a little different than last time. These are some pumpkins that I've made out of wool. We've got our cutouts, our little honeycomb turkeys. Like that. Got some stickers. I do need some bigger furniture here for sure. Oh, there's something missing there too. Oh shoot, I forgot to bring my Melmac dishes. So I sold them all. And there you have it. I am going to take some time to relabel my stickers. I've got a bunch of these stickers that people are saying sell, but I wasn't sure how to label them, so I put them in these bags, and nobody's looked at them. I think because I don't think they're as much fun to look at them through a bag. So I'm going to take them out and put price tags on them. And yeah, so here we go. Alright, so I didn't put them all in. I didn't have enough labels, but I need a shallower dish. Alright, that looks better. More inviting. And we'll put that here. Alright, all done. So the booth is done. I got both of them a little updated. Not a big project. My first booth is neglected, so I'm going to need to spend some time on it when I have a little more energy or help. And I think I have a friend who wants to help, but she's kind of had an injury, so I wanted to stop at an antique store to look for postcards, but they have a temporary hours where they close at 4, and it is just after 4. So I missed them. They used to be open till 5. I debated about whether to go down to Laurel to that antique store, but they're going to be closed within an hour, so I don't think it's really worth the trip. I think I'll just go home. So thank you for coming along with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Think about those photos that you have of your family and stuff, and maybe it might be time this winter to go through them, weed through them, and make sure you know who's going to get your photos when you're gone, or label them or something. So anyways, thank you so much, and I hope you have a joyful day. Goodbye.